See, Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed the country, our town, and the Ummah with a great alim, amongst many other ulama, the like of Mufti Yaccob Minty, rahmatullah alayh, who served our community for 37 years after returning from studying in Dabel. He came straight to Clarkstown and served the community until his end. Mufti Sahib was the Imam, Mufti Sahib was the principal of the madrasa, Mufti Sahib was the founder and also the Amir of the Al-Huda Muslim School in Clarkstown. He was Ustad there as well, he was HOD of the Islamiyat as well. Mufti Sahib also was Executive Shura member of Jamiyat Ulama South Africa and also the Amir of the Northwest Jamiyat branch in South Africa of Clarkstown. So he served Deen in many, many departments, from giving fatwas to teaching, social, welfare, media, relief. Then he was also with the President of Hope South Africa, which has traveled many, many countries in the world for giving bayans as well. He was an excellent orator. He also brought life, spiritual life, and connected many of the, or rather all the towns in the Northwest, and had an excellent rapport with them, serving these towns, etc. He was a man of all seasons. He met everyone on their level, and there are so many remarkable qualities of Mufti Sahib that makes him leave a great legend behind for us to aspire and continue in his footsteps.
Now, for many years, Mufti Yaccob was a community leader in Clarkstown, where he co-founded the Al-Huda Muslim School. He was also the Amir of the Northwest branch of the Jamiatul Ulama of South Africa. And as you mentioned, many various posts he has held during his lifetime, and much impact made on the communities and people around him. So what can we learn from the life and work of this esteemed scholar?
Mufti Sahib, alhamdulillah, was well connected with his ustads, his teachers, locally and abroad, and also with his Sheikh, Mufti Ahmad Khan Puri, Damat Barakatuhum in Tabel, and with many, many pious leading ulama of the world, from whom Mufti Sahib himself drew lots of inspiration, and he consulted with them deeply and lived his life purely on their guidance, which was, as I said, a workbook for us as the younger ulama, through which Mufti Sahib guided us. So that is a great ni'mat Mufti Sahib enjoyed, and we enjoyed through him, of being linked to the ulama and taking guidance from them. Mufti Sahib was very upright, very, very punctual. He was a peg of the masjid. Mufti Sahib was always found next to the muazzin for salah, always tried to be there already azan time or just after azan. He was a man who got up 3:30 in the morning throughout the year. He never missed his zikr, he never missed his tahajjud, his daily tilawat and his azkar, etc. from a spiritual point of view. Then when it came to teaching, there are students who are phoning in and also sending their condolences, and held him in high esteem with the way he taught them Quran and the Islamic subjects, etc. Also, Mufti Sahib's quality was, after these students graduate or they matriculate by us, Mufti Sahib had contact with them, used to phone them, wish them well. They had a shoulder to cry upon if there were issues and matters and problems and concerns and challenges. Mufti Sahib was a diehard in everything he did, and not only for putting Clarkstown on the map, but putting Islam on the map. So wherever he went and he served his cause of Deen, he did a great passion and zeal. The people who were connected to him up to this day will tell you of his remarkable akhlaq and character, alhamdulillah. He was very, very generous. He could never say no to people. And Mufti Sahib was absolutely honest in everything he did. From the very small things to big things, he was concerned of the namaz time change, the Ramadan calendar, the programs in the masjid, programs for the town, programs for the province. He supported all the causes of deen. He never challenged anyone. He never spoke ill of any organization. Wherever there was causes of goodness and khair, as long as it was within the bounds of Sharia, Mufti Sahib supported them, he inspired them. People that wanted to come for counseling to him or guidance, Mufti Sahib welcomed his arms, and then he opened the doors for them. And I had the good fortune for 27 years to be with him day and night. And I learned, mashallah, from him, how to lead a community, how to serve a community. And inshallah, we hope that the guidance and the legend he left behind for myself and the young ulama of Klansop, and those obviously with whom he was well connected, we can only continue to follow his footsteps, inshallah.
Inshallah. So it is really inspirational, hearing about these qualities of Mufti Sahib, the honesty, the compassion, the ibadah. It's really inspirational and should, push us all to try and, reach, better ourselves. And just before we wrap up, would you mind sharing with us a fond memory which you recall of Mufti Sahib?
The last which I can recall was now when Jamiat South Africa had a meeting at the farm in Makhalis, where all the branches of the Jamiat was called, and that night before we were making mashwara to go, and I told Mufti Sahib, excuse me for this meeting. I've got so much of school work and madrasa work to catch up. So he tells me that, there wasn't a meeting I haven't went without you. So can I go tomorrow without you? Do you think it's fair for me? And I had no answer but to say, no, inshallah, okay, I'll come. When we were at the meeting, Mufti Sahib met everybody with a different zeal, and he advised people he had lunch with, or he sat in the different group discussions, etc., which people up to now, astounded as to the advice he gave them. Coming back, Brother Mufti Sahib said he wants to drive, and we were surprised that normally we didn't allow him to drive because of the health. And he drove, and when we got back, he tells me that, I know the drive wasn't very good coming back, but what can I tell you, man? This was my last ride with you. So this was, very touching for me. And we take from these that sometimes they leave you with these thoughts that only hit you afterwards. This was very striking, that until the end, Mufti Sahib gave everything for deen. And may Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala only elevate his status in Jannah and give every alim in South Africa and the world to take those good qualities of Mufti Sahib's life and work upon them and serve the Ummah, inshallah.
Jazakallah so much for your time, Mufti Sahib. We do make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for the family and friends of Mufti Yaccob Mohamed Minty, who passed away earlier this week. But Jazakallah so much for your time.
And also to Salam Media, as Mufti Sahib always opened his arms. I extend on Mufti Sahib's behalf and the behalf of the ulama here, your programs, your interaction with us. You are most welcome, inshallah. however we can be part of your organization and serve you for the cause of Deen, we are ready, inshallah.
All right, Jazakallah so much for that. That was Mufti Farooq Minty speaking to us about Mufti Yaccob Minty, paying tribute to Mufti Sahib who passed away earlier this week. And we are going to cross over to the Al Ansar newsroom at this moment. It's now 1 minute past 9 a.m. We cross over there and then we continue with the show afterwards. Please do stay tuned.
Still lingers in my mind. And yeah, it's so hard. I just break down and cry. I remember your eyes, find a way to melt my heart. Most of all, I remember your smile. Sometimes I lie awake at night.
Making news at 9, 5G towers are being destroyed in KwaZulu-Natal over unfounded claims linked to COVID-19 pandemic. And Australia's third largest city was headed into another lockdown today, and nationwide restrictions on international arrivals were being tightened. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hadra Kota. KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihle Zikalala say that the culprits who torched and destroyed 3 cell phone network towers in Durban this week won't get away with it. Zikalala has condemned the destruction of the recently installed 5G Numlazi, Kwamashu and Zuma. The damages have cost Vodacom